right, guys, we're back. Another episode. Your boy, Frankie P.
Angelo B.
And we got a banger.
Yes, we got two special guests today.
Two special guests. So
this one,
two for one.
This one got pushed back, but we were talking to them off air that this is better timing. So everything happens for a reason. Yeah. So we got them in the building right now. Give them a little intro. First of all, we have one of the hottest DJs coming out of Arizona. Actually, not even Arizona. Just period. Yeah, period. One of the hottest DJs, period. Just
give her the credit.
She's been killing it. I've been watching her for a while, and I think one time I looked and she had a few thousand. Then she got 10,000, and it just keeps building. It keeps getting bigger.
Nice.
The shows get bigger. She just keeps getting better, and it's really inspiring to watch because she's only 19. That's the craziest part to me. She's hustling.
19 or 20?
Yeah.
About to be 20 September.
About to be 20 September.
Yeah.
Okay, Libra?
About to be her birthday.
Virgo.
Yeah. Hey, I love Virgos too. My best friend's a Virgo, cool. And my wife is a Virgo. But
wow.
yeah, so it's just super inspiring to watch because you're just out here hustling, and then behind the scenes is Pops. And I think you would agree that none of this could be possible without Pops handling, making sure the business is good. So without further ado, we have DJ Nina G and Jeremy G.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Bro, you
Let's go. We got it. Yeah.
I got you.
Yes, but thank you guys so much for sitting down with us. First off, how are you guys doing today?
Chilling.
Good.
Chillaxing.
Yeah.
We're in a cool setting today.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Barrio Clothing for letting us use this spot right here.
Yeah.
They're cold AC.
Cold AC. I think they got it on 60 today.
Oh yeah.
What's the it's right off of Grand.
Yes, it's 1233 West Grand Avenue in El Mirage, Arizona.
Boom. Let's go.
So
and you can just Google it.
We're here enough for him to remember it.
Oh, for real?
I was surprised he puts out the address, my dude.
Oh, shit. This is my neighborhood right here.
Okay, so he knows. Yeah.
That's dope. I want to get to maybe a tough question because I was thinking about this myself.
Kick it off like that?
Yeah, a tough question.
Okay, we're going in.
Órale.
Yeah.
So, if you had one album you had to listen to, period, for the rest of your life, what would that album be? Maybe it's one of your most listened to, or whatever your criteria is. I was trying to think of mine. That's why I said it's a tough question because I'm like, that's
hard.
hard.
It's kind of tough. Like a lot of songs are good.
I always say like the top three. I always think of top three. But anyways, we'll go with
just one that comes to mind.
Yeah, one
just throw one out there that comes to mind. Because I would go newer like Kanye. Like Graduation, that's your
bro.
I can listen to that forever, bro.
Hey, he's hating.
For real, I know. Wait, let me hear yours.
Right there.
Mine's gotta be Nipsey.
Oh God.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What Nipsey album?
This is the last one, bro. The marathon.
What is it called?
I think it's Marathon. What is it?
No.
What is it called?
Victory Lap.
Victory Lap. Yeah.
What about you guys?
Man, they took time to think about this.
I know.
They didn't give us time.
I don't even want to answer, man. But I think mine are older.
Well, like what? What do you think?
You gotta go.
Go ahead, Nina. You go ahead.
Shoot, you guys are.
I told you this is a tough question.
This is a tough question because like, I don't really think of album wise. I just like I like songs.
Yeah,
that is true as a DJ,
I think my three would be Al Green.
Okay.
Stylistics, and definitely Blowfly.
Dang.
He plays it all the time.
So
he plays it too much. You know what? Like thinking about it now, a lot of like how he said Al Green, a lot of Al Green's music, they always have a special part of my memory. Like I always bring it up wherever I'm at. Like Al Green, what is it? Let's Stay Together. That was my 15 song.
Damn,
and like I remember like I would always like I asked the DJ when because I had to dance with my padrinos, and I was like, can you play Al Green, Let's Stay Together? Or I asked for another one, but he still put Let's Stay Together. And no matter what from Al Green, like all of his stuff too.
So you're going Al Green, Al Green. Okay, damn, that's dope.
Classics. You can't mess with that.
He's raising you right.
Oh
so
yeah,
Al Green. That's fire.
That's the influence has got to be kind of crazy to think about, right? Because you were bumping that, and now hearing her say that.
You know what? When we go on like little road trips, man, that's how we listen to some old school music all the way down, and then we'll listen to some funk. Sometimes we'll listen to country. Sometimes we'll listen to some off the wall shit. Sometimes we'll just listen to different types of genres, and then we'll get to a show to wherever she's performing, and I'll hear the song that we were listening to in the car, and I'm like, she's playing that?
Oh,
that's tight. All right, cool.
Like I put her on.
I think he had a lot of moments where he's like, you remember that song? And I would always bring it up like, oh, I remember that song that you played back then in the car, and it went like this, and he's like, you remember that?
I think that's how it works is anytime you like want to put your kids onto something, now that I have my daughter, they don't want to hear it. They don't want it. But if you're just bumping it, they're going to remember and be like, oh, and gravitate
it's funny
towards that.
because it's like when I was little, like all the car club remembers me. Like my dad's in the Majestics car club, and like I was born on the day that my dad got voted in. And that was like 20 years ago now.
20 years, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I remember the whole car club, they were surprised I was even a DJ because they were like, she was always in her dad's lowrider by herself. Like, I was a shy kid. I never really played much with the kids. Like, I had my car club friends, but I was always by myself, and I was always listening to his music. And, like, there was a point in time where I was like, stop it with the old school, stop it with the oldies. But then, like, when you get older, you're just like... Not even older, just kind of like just at a certain age, where you're just like, man, I remember when my dad used to play that, and I remember like
I know when you
memories
hear them on the
with
radio
this.
and they got the remix to it.
Like,
Yeah.
don't even say that.
Come on, man.
When the beat comes on, you're like, okay, and then it's somebody else. You're like, oh, man, what happened?
They've been killing that a lot lately.
You know
They've
what,
been-
man? There was a song.
Sad.
There was a song that really made me mad, and I don't even know what new artist did it, but it was a Tupac song.
I know which one you're talking about. They play it at the gym all the time,
Oh, man,
and
I don't
every
know what
time it
song
comes
it
on,
is. What
it
beat?
was "Keep Your Head Up." It's a
Yeah.
I don't know who did it, but the song it was like "Keep Your Head Up," and they redid it, and it sounds
It's new?
completely different. Yes, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
not
you,
down with
man.
that,
When I
yeah.
hear it, man, I'm just like, I'll still sing the old Tupac
Yeah,
verse.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
you
weird.
have to.
But yeah, so can you talk a little bit about that? So 20 years in the car club.
Yeah.
So you've been involved
years.
with that scene for
20 years plus. 20 years is when I said, okay, I'm going to jump into the car club, but I hung around it probably like another 6 more years on top of that.
Got you. Okay.
So, and then, but I started off when I was like 15, 16 years old. Actually, probably younger than that because my brothers, I had 3 older brothers that used to go and cruise Central and all that stuff, and they had hot rods and mini trucks back in the day.
Oh,
so
okay.
when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I was already cruising down Central.
That's hard. Yeah.
They're
What
trying
year?
to bring that back, huh?
Oh man, you know what? They got Central all jacked up right now.
Oh,
You
my
can't even
soul
go down
messed
there.
up, dude.
Yeah,
I feel like my car's a lowrider because I'm like this.
yeah.
and
When
you're
you're going down, you got that.
yeah, man.
If there's like a lowrider, it's a lowrider.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't cruising down Central no
It's
more.
not, dude.
Yeah, hopefully that gets taken care of. But that's dope. So you've just always been in that lifestyle since you were young, then.
Yeah, and then I started bringing my kids around. Actually, when my oldest daughter, she would always help me set up at the car shows, and then actually I got a crazy story. So my wife never used to go with me to the car shows. So when she was pregnant with Nina, she's like, I want to start going, and I'm like, hey, you know what? All right, I'll take you. Nina was born, I think, on a Saturday or Sunday. So me and my wife were like, you know what, let's go to sleep. In the morning, we'll get up in the morning. We're going to pack the car up, and we'll put the car in the show, and I'll take you with me. Dude, her water broke.
What?
So here we are rushing to the hospital. So
In the lowrider?
No, in our regular vehicle.
Oh, okay, I
In
was
our
like,
regular
yo,
vehicle.
what?
That would have been cool.
I called up one of my friends, and I was just like, hey, man, I wasn't able to make it. Can you take my car to the show for me? So he took it down to the show for me. That was the whole process, was to get voted in that day. And, to see if I was going to get voted in that day. And then so I was in the hospital, and then, Nina came out, and my wife goes, you know what? I know your car's in the show. Go ahead and go, and you go ahead and come back. And I was like, all right. So I took off. Gone. Car show weekend. No, I just played. So, so
I respect it.
I get down over there, and, I told, hey, man, I just had a little baby girl. And they're like, oh, congratulations. And then I ended up placing. And then at the end, we had a little meeting, and they're like, hey, Jeremy's already did his year of probation. That's what they give you, a year probation to see how you're going to be a member. And they said, all right, let's vote him in on his daughter's birthday.
Wait, so what were you more happy for, though?
I don't know. I don't really know. I was
You know what? Either
I was happy to see
decision.
my- I was
That's
happy to
the
see a
setup.
new
Either
daughter.
decision, huh?
I was happy that I was in the club, and I was happy I got a trophy.
What a day, though.
Yeah,
That's a
it
great
was.
weekend.
Overall, that's a great day.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't know he was gonna forever have car show weekends
I
now.
know.
We joke around with it. We say, "Yeah, I think you wanted to DJ that show."
Probably,
That's a
In my
good
head,
one.
I heard car show. Oh yeah, I kicked my way through.
yeah, it's time to come. It's my time.
Uh-huh.
Damn, that's dope. So you just, like I was saying, you've literally been born into this
yeah.
lifestyle. So
And
this
it's
is not something like, because I think a lot of people are getting it mixed up these days, where people are imitating this culture, which,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it completely, because if you like the culture, cool, you want to wear the shirts, that's all good. But there's some people that are just taking it and just making it a joke. And we talked to it with Abe Que Suave a little bit about that, where it's like it gets kind of weird now that more people are trying to get in this culture. But it's dope to see people like you guys that are born into it and still pushing the culture. I mean, even this store is pushing it, so it's dope to see that.
The way that I see it is because, like, even, like, just because my culture is, like, it's big. Like, my mom, she's from
Tijuana.
She's from Tijuana, but she always tells me, she's like, oh, yo soy de Tijuana, but I'm also from Guadalajara, but I'm also from this part of Mexico. I'm from everywhere. Or where is it? She would always tell me, she's like, she's from Tijuana, but like, she's Mexican. And my dad's Chicano. He was born and raised here, and like
in
my
Arizona?
culture's born and raised in Arizona.
Native. Oh, yeah, bro, that's what's up.
Fire. Because everyone's always like, nah, from Cali, but I came over here.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
And like the way that like how I see it is like my culture is really big because that can be just Chicano culture, but I'm also like I'm Mexican too. Like not how do you say it, like just Mexican, I don't know how to probably like I'm Mexican, Chicano. There's a difference because I see it around. I grew up around a bunch of Mexicans, so I seen it. And like the way that you said it, like how they try like getting into our culture and the way that they do it. Yeah, you're right. I don't like when they just kind of imitate it in the wrong way. Like we make jokes with each other in our family, like like I can't even say the jokes. I don't know. Like we kind of like make jokes in the family, but like
what's up, fool? And
like the way like our
accents,
accents and stuff. But when I see it out, it's just kind of sad how they kind of joke around too much about it, taking it too far to where it's like, why are you making those jokes?
Yeah, like
we always joke around. It's, man, when they call you a beaner, but it's like I love beans. It's like, damn, you're right.
Yeah, you got me on that one. So what sparked that DJ idea for you? Like, was it a show or like how did you even think about that?
It's funny because it's like since I was always in the car show scene, like I would always look. I was always in the lowrider, and I would just see like the music and stuff, and just everyone around. I'm like, man, like I love DJing. Like I love the music. I saw a DJ at a show. One of them was DJ Cazell. He was he's in California. He's like a bomb ass DJ. I saw him at Chicano Park, and that was like the crazy experience for me because he had a whole block dancing where we were at. We were at the Majestic's house, and I think they hired him. And it's cool. Like Majestic's has like this huge blue house at Chicano Park, and we always like just sit up there. And I just sat there and I watched him, and I'm like, I want to be that. But even beforehand, like I've always seen
like
DJs.
How old were you around that time?
I started DJing when I was around 10, 11-ish. So I think when I was like 11, because 10 was when it's like it all started out, like with the process and thinking of it. I told my dad, I want to be a DJ. They were like, Marshmallow? Marshmallow?
When she told you, what did you think?
Oh, man, me and my wife busted out laughing. That was the funniest shit ever.
Well, I mean, when it's at 10, you're like, okay, you know.
Because you got to also think, like, a kid's telling you that, so you're trying to think, she don't know no old school DJ, so.
She was 10 years old when she told us that. I remember when she told my wife, and she goes, yeah, I want to be a DJ. And we just started laughing. I just thought that was the funniest shit ever. But
I was like, take me serious.
And you know what? And to tell you the truth, we didn't even take it serious.
Wow.
You know who took it? You know who took it serious? My little sister Mia. Oh my god, and my older sister Stephanie. But Mia was. I wouldn't even be doing this right now if it wasn't for my little sister. She's 3 years younger than me. Mia Garza. But like honestly, I remember I told my parents, they busted out laughing. I was sad, and it was around Christmas time, and I was like, man, I just want to be a DJ. Like let me be a DJ. And my little sister, she got $100 for like Christmas money, and she was like, you know what, Nina, I got you. She went on OfferUp and got me these little electronic ones. And even though like I had in mind like turntables, I was like, either way works. Like she had it in like even like the voice drops I have on right now. I'm using my aunt's or my tia Vero. I'm using her voice drop, but when I started, it was always Mia's voice. She would be like, DJ Nina, drop the beat. Like I was going through them the other day. She made like 20 of them for me. She's like, even in Spanish, it was funny. Like I was listening to her like little. How old was she? Like 7, 8?
Yes.
Wow.
I would hear her little voice, Nina, pon la canción. I'm like, whoa.
That's fire.
That's pretty cool that you have that.
And my older sister, like, she's 4 years older than me, Stephanie, and she was like, she was always smart. Like I always looked up to how smart she was. She was the one handling my booking. Surprisingly, she like after she left
Contracts.
to the Navy, she left right after high school. She literally like passed the throne down to my dad. She was like, "You're handling it now," but she did it real good. I remember she'll go on call. We were all real young, but it was funny because she'll go on call. No, you're gonna hire Nina for this much. You're gonna get her
She
for
wasn't
this
playing.
hour. No, she was
She's a
young.
teenager? And she was
No.
a teenager at that point?
Oh, she was a teenager. Like now she's like 24, but I just
she was,
like
like,
all in my head I
17 or
can think
something.
of like,
I think she was like 12 or 13.
yeah.
13 or 14 maybe.
What?
Yeah.
Booking you?
Yes. So I
Did
got
you know?
wondering.
Yeah, I was tripping out. I was just like,
He's just in the back
Yeah,
like,
it started
Yeah,
off like a
just looking
sister
at it.
business.
wow, that's
That's
so
dope.
fire. So
That's
you got,
dope.
is it just you three then? The
Yeah,
three
it's
sisters?
it's just three my two sisters, of course.
Okay.
Like Stephanie left off to the Navy and she's back now. Like she's chilling at the house right now.
Yeah.
But Mia, she's like 16 right now.
Okay.
She still chills with me.
That's fire though. You guys, that shows like your family dynamic that you guys
Yeah.
are really down to ride for each other no matter what it is, like
Well, I said
business.
it- yeah, I said it on a-
I'm proud of all three of them, man. I'm proud of all three of them.
Wow.
My oldest one's in the Navy. She just signed up another 5 more years, so she'll have 10 years when she's done. This one's doing her DJ thing right now, and I mean it's blowing up real good. And my youngest one, you know, she's my youngest one.
No, she's smart. Like
Yeah, she's real smart.
academic wise, she's going far, and like even not even just that. Like the way that she would also help me with my DJing after my older sister left. Everyone knows her for this. Like if you know DJ Nina, you know that at almost every single car show you see Mia running around. Hey, so you want a DJ Nina USB? Do you want DJ Nina? She one time I went to go follow her around after a set, and she said, "You know you want one. You're gonna get one."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't got money." Yes, you
Oh,
do.
my God.
Wait, so
Hustler,
break that
yeah.
down.
Ah.
What's it's
She
the
hustles.
USBs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I sell USBs. Before I used to be on a radio station for DJ Cazell that I was saying. He was real supportive. He put me into that radio station and I was making mixes, and every week I was making like this. Okay, for DJs out there that want to know how to get better real quick instead of just doing I don't know where to start. Make our not even USBs, but make our mixes. Ooh. And even I did not like them at all. Cazell had so much. He knew the potential in me. He saw like the sparkle in my eye, like with the DJ stuff. And honestly, if you make our mixes every week, the progression is wild. Like he told me, keep it. Yeah, he's like, super. Keep it. He's like, keep it with the lowrider thing if you want. Go off, do house music, do something crazy. And I was making mixes like, I honestly, growing up, like I didn't tell no one I was a DJ. I didn't say nothing. I don't know why. I didn't want to tell no one. Even through high school, I didn't tell anyone. But I was just like always busy. The ones that actually knew me, I always told them I can't go out today. Like I got to make a mix. They're like, you're always making mixes, but where it took me now, I know how to DJ. I know how to do tricks. I know how to do things. But that's all because I took time into my day, and it was like as a starter DJ. If I was always last minute, it was like a school assignment for me. I was telling the guy, hey, I know it's 3 a.m, but can you wait a little?
Yeah.
Like I was staying up and like. So the USB mixes, like I still, of course, try keeping in track with myself, like with the practicing. It never stops. DJing with practicing, it never stops. You can always learn new things. And so I try keeping up with the USBs and I sell them. Then Mia comes into the picture. She's over here like handling it for me. Like she works at Barrio Clothing. And like,
so on those USBs would be like an hour mix or?
Oh, so it's like 4-hour mixes. The way that I have it set is there's like currently there's probably like 3. And they all have a different name, a different vibe to them. This is a car show, the backyard, and something to bump to. It's mainly towards the lowrider theme.
Yeah.
But I'm currently trying to work on something that's like still like I think it's I'm trying to throw them off in batches. This one I'm having coming out soon. It's still the lowrider thing, but I'm gonna try also scooting to different genres, different stuff to appease to every crowd. Because even when I do like backyard parties or when just any kind of event, I tell them I'm open format. I love every crowd, so I want to also appease to that with the USBs.
Yeah.
So,
I know. I seen I don't want to jump too far ahead because I know you're doing like some streaming and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But I've been what I watch even this morning, like getting ready. I like watching the YouTube mixes.
Oh yeah.
So that you would kill it. And
Well,
I know I know you have one.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like when people drop like Sunday clean vibes, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
If you start
Honestly,
doing that, I'll be watching all of yours.
Thank
for
you.
Sure.
I've been trying to change up the way I do things. Like when I started like of course when I was 10, so it was a long time ago, and our mindset was just figuring out how to DJ, figuring out how to set this in motion. And I know I could have started like the YouTube stuff earlier on, but everything, it happens for a reason. And even Twitch, like I knew how to do Twitch, back when I was like 15 or 16, I had it like I knew about Streamlabs. I just didn't get it ready last time or yesterday. I didn't get it ready. So of course I want to get back into like doing live streams and doing here and there things. I'm just busy this upcoming month, but of course I'm gonna have YouTube stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have YouTube more set in motion. I have my Mixcloud. Everything's linked in my bio on Instagram, which is DJ Nita G.
There you go.
Everything's linked, but I do plan on more stuff. I plan on just growing and growing. Nothing ever stops. Wheels always got to be in motion.
That's good. So you had the little mixer that your sister bought you off of OfferUp, right? And was that like more of like the controller? Is that what it was? Or
it was so funny. I don't know the name of it, but I remember like the vinyls didn't even move. It was so tiny. It was like it could fit on my lap and I could play.
Okay. Yeah.
Platters on it, and it had a little mixer on the top. And one here.
It still worked. You know what? I knew I could use it right because one time I was DJing at a Majestic's picnic. They just like my dad asked, and they were like, "She wants to like just post her stuff up right there." I remember there was a DJ that was there that day. What was he?
Is that Roger?
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah.
I was going to say Robert. Roger, he came up and started scratching on it. I'm like, you could scratch with that?
Yeah.
Oh, like, so he showed you some new tricks?
Yeah, I was like, you could scratch with that? Like, the platters didn't even move. And I'm like, that possible?
Yeah.
And, like, shout out to him, too. Like, I haven't heard from him in a while, but he was even, like, he also seen it. Like, honestly, I love the DJ community. They're all supportive. They all want to see you grow. That's what I aim to do, too. But he gave me a box of music, and it was, like, thousands and thousands of songs, and he's like, I forgot like when this was, but I just remember going to his house and he was talking to my dad, and he was like setting everything up in this huge box, and man, it broke. I was so sad it broke. I had like 4 backups for it, and like last year I was at an event and all that music kind of like it broke. But you know what's crazy? I like memorized all the crates. I memorized every single song. I wrote it down on my phone. The day before an event, I had no music. And
what?
I literally cried that time when it broke. I was in the middle of
I'm done.
an event. I know I was like, what am I gonna do? But then like in my head, I'm like, I'm still a DJ. I'm gonna remember this. So I had an anniversary the next day, and I re-downloaded everything. So everything's fresh right now, all through memory. And I went through the event, and it didn't even sound like I lost all my music.
Yeah, that's dope. So you got the control. How long did you have that for? How long did you use that one that your sister bought you?
When did I get the NF7s?
I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 months, and then she went and got some NF7s. But the crazy thing about that, she had the money to buy those. Like, she accumulated all that money to buy some $1,200 a new mixing board or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
She bought that herself, and that was from another DJ. His name is DJ Brandon, which, you know, he started coming around and he's like, hey, you know, I'll come by once out of the week and show you how to use, you know, this controller. Like, he came with the controller.
Oh, he brought
Honestly,
it.
yeah.
So when she bought it, like, he came with the controller and he would come over and
that's
like
dope.
He had a lot of patience. I remember like the times when he was so cool too. Like, I'm telling you, the DJ community, they're all supportive. Like, majority are just like, they all want to see you grow with them. And I remember he would come over and try teaching me. This is so funny. I remember this one time he was trying to teach me like so a vinyl it's like a clock. And the way that some DJs like to start off their clock is like 12 o'clock. I like starting personally at 9 o'clock. I remember one time I didn't understand what he was talking about, so I just told him, I'm going to just follow whatever the shadow does. Oh. Like, there was a shadow like streaming onto it, and he was just like, no. He's like, no, we're going to actually learn the clock. I don't know. I was just trying to do the little, like, what is it, the kind of corners of it, but he was like, no, we're going to learn the full
that's
thing.
That's not how this works.
And I remember like, that was at the time I was also doing that was the time I was doing the Icon radio, and I remember, we would post up in the front yard and do a barbecue, and Brandon would bring his kid, and he would just kind of like sit there and of course listen to it with us. I would cover my ears. I was like, this sounds like whack. This sounds horrible. I did not want to hear this. Yeah. But he was like, no, you just need to fix this. You got it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So he worked with you then?
Oh, yeah, that's dope. I think something that's why people help you so much is, and it's a quote you guys had told me that your dad always says, is you're not better than anybody, always stay humble. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's why people are so, like, down to help you, because everything you're saying, you're like, I can get better, you know? Mm-hmm. I'll listen to this person, Definitely. And I can always get better at everything with DJing.
Like, so, I remember always like, every single conversation I've had with all these DJs, I would tell them the same thing. It's like, I love the fact that with DJing, you're always learning something new. That's why I said, like, if you even practice, like, practicing, I know it's dragging. Like, honestly, I get frustrated with practicing every day. I have my own stuff going on to where it's just like, I don't want to practice today. But it's like you're learning something new all the time that you don't even realize that you're learning. Like, I remember I would be, like, even scratching. Like, I was scratching one time, just doing random stuff, playing around. And I'm like, whoa, there's this pattern. I looked everywhere for the pattern, and I found it. And I forgot what it's even called, but it's like, it's a cool pattern. And I remember I looked for it, and I figured it out. And you just learn new things all the time.
Yeah.
What is a pattern? Like, what do you mean? Like a scratching pattern?
Yeah, it's like a scratching pattern. There's different ways that DJs describe it. The one way that, like, I've seen a lot of DJs learn more with is, like, it's like a chart, and it's like open the fader in, open the fader out, and then in, out. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like because it's all about the fader too. It's not even just like, there's a lot of tricks I can do, like just using a vinyl, because like in my head, every DJ prepares for something out of the worst. So it's like, if the fader goes out, I gotta learn how to do this. Like, I gotta learn how to, even if there's no echo, learn how to echo without a thing.
Wait, Pops, have you ever had to jump in? She had to go to the bathroom or something, and you had to do what you had to do.
So one time I was getting pissed because I was telling her practice, and she got frustrated. She's like, you know what? Why don't you try to do this? So I was like, you know what? I probably do it better than you. So I jumped behind her. Yeah, fuck that.
I think I laughed enough to. I'm like, I'll go back on. I'll go back on.
Have you ever been at a show and you had to go,
You know
and he
what?
had to like?
It's funny because I like, okay, he's kind of all right with it still. I just gotta like, I have to actually like go down with it. Like, okay, pa, do it right here. Press the INT and then just press play on the computer. Don't do nothing else. Yeah. And then one time I was like, I forgot when this was, but I was in the restroom and the music was real loud, and then I heard a scratch, and it was a weird scratch, and then the music stopped, and I was like, oh,
that's how
man,
I can get her back into the DJ.
She's like on the toilet, like,
yeah, that's how I can get her back to it. I was like, all right, watch out, I'm gonna piss her off.
There was a lot of people on the dance floor, and I remember going out, everyone's staring, and I'm like, sorry guys, I go back on. So now I know, like, I don't like, even being a DJ, there's sacrifices, which is your bathroom break.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Your bathroom break is one of them.
How many hours are you like DJing for?
Normally for like car
An
shows and
event,
stuff,
yeah.
like, okay, if I'm on stage, then an hour, less than an hour. But if
Right,
I'm a hop DJ, like, I love hops. So, like, cars hopping is like the coolest thing in the world for me. So those are like 8 hours, 7-8 hours. I'm not even kidding.
That
Like,
you're
I'm
DJing?
doing, yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
doing the show, and then when the hop
In
starts,
between and
because
stuff.
I gotta make sure, not in between too, but even before the show, like.
She'll start like at
Yeah.
11 o'clock in the morning, and like around
But if
8
you're
or 9 o'clock at
if you're a
night sometime.
lowrider,
But I'll tell her, I was like, you know what? Instead of doing all that, put on a mix that you have already, so that way, you know, it'll save you a couple of hours or something.
no, but
Like,
I
she just
told
loves
him I can't put on a mix because it's gonna ruin the whole thought process. So I just play.
You're just
play.
in flow.
I know he tells me, he's like, put on a mix, Nina. I'm like, no, they need to see they pay for me live. Don't do it.
That's
And like,
dope.
it's
though.
also like,
Sad.
if you're a lowrider, you have to be used to, you gotta wake up early. Like, wake up early with the, what is it? With the burritos, egg and cheese burritos, wraps, ready to set up early.
Last year we were in Vegas, and she did a super hop out there. It was a Saturday night, and we had got there like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and she had set up, and I was already starting to play, and the night was going by, the cars were rolling in, and they started to hop like around maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. So they went. 12 o'clock came by, and I'm like, okay, they're still going. 1 o'clock came by, and I'm like, holy shit, like, more cars are coming in. 2 o'clock came along, and I was like, dude, I got to call it quits. They're like, hold on, we got a few more cars, and then, dude, it went on to 3 o'clock in the morning, man.
Really?
Yeah.
And I was still playing live.
And she was still playing live, and I was just like, dude, I feel so bad
Know what?
for her, man.
That
But
same
it's
show-
Are you
proposal-
standing the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Like, real quick. That same show, in the middle of the hop, they all stopped it for a guy to propose to a girl.
That's tight.
So you see everything. But yeah, when I started, I remember we seen DJ sitting down on stools, and I brought a stool, but then I thought, I can't do much with sitting on a stool. So for a long time, like, I always, like, I don't like sitting down. I don't like really taking restroom breaks. I don't like eating. There's a lot of things I just want to stay focused, because it's like, if my focus goes somewhere else, I easily forget. So I'll be like, what was I on again? What was I doing?
I felt the same way as you because I vend a lot. I've actually vended at a lowrider show before too, but I sell vintage clothing, and I'm the same way. The day of, I take a shower, everything. I don't eat throughout the 8 hours I'm there. I can't eat because I'm just focused, like talking to people, working. But I do envy the people and probably with the other DJs that can like eat between sets and like do other stuff.
Even like for
I can't.
Like car shows is kind of an exception. Like if it's going 8 hours, sometimes I just munch on something. But quinceañeras never, weddings never. You know why? The photographer wants to record the DJ all of a sudden. All of a sudden, when I want to have a huge platter, when I want to treat myself out for the day.
So you've done you what all events do you DJ at, or have you done?
Other events that I've done.
So you've done the car shows, and then you just mentioned...
Yes, I've done car shows. So I have Nike events. I've done 2 so far. I've done the grand opening for one in... Where was it?
It's in Scottsdale.
Just like a Nike store?
Nike store. They had me posted up. Like, it was really cool.
That's dope.
Desert Ridge. That's what it was.
Oh,
they
Desert Ridge.
They had me opening the store with everyone.
Yeah.
So she
That's
did
fire.
Man, it was a 4-day gig.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, put it this way. Nike... They're generous.
Check.
Wow.
That's that
I remember I showed up and I was in normal clothes because I didn't always wear FB County. Like Barrio Clothing helped out a lot with like getting the clothes that I've always wanted. Like of course people can be like, oh, she never wore FB County, she's not a real Chicana. No, I just couldn't afford it at the time. Imagine your 12-year-old daughter, I want that one. It's $40. Let's walk.
No, that stuff adds up quick.
Yeah. So Barrio Clothing, they're awesome.
They
but at the time, I didn't have no Nike outfits because I wasn't even locked in with a good style. So I remember I showed up and they looked at me like, do you not have Nike shoes? And I'm like, no. They're like, come here, let's go.
They
I'm going to
got
take
you
you for
right?
a walk.
Oh,
Awesome. It was awesome. They had a lady help me choose my style. She's like, I showed her a shirt. She's like, no.
Really?
She's like, you're wearing this one today.
Wait, do you have pictures? I want to see what the
Man,
style was. I mean, not right now, but
Okay, I'm like,
It's on her Instagram.
Okay, cool.
So she opened up at the Desert Ridge, and then she opened up another one at the one over there by Mill Avenue.
Okay, yeah.
There's a plaza over there.
Tempe Marketplace.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's one right there. So she opened up for both of those right there.
Gotcha.
And both of the time, man, they were just, man, it was nice.
They're humble too. Like
Yeah.
everyone,
Cool.
the main people that got me there, and then even the workers, just all of them were excited to have me there. And I remember the second time they got me there, a few of the workers came up and they were like, we haven't seen you in a long time. I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen you too. And it was just wild. Like the old workers and everyone else, they all remembered me.
You?
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So you did that event. What are some other ones that stand out to you?
Theos and Theas.
Theos and Theas. Oh my God.
Recent,
That's tight.
Like that was like a dream come true. I remember we would sit there and be like, oh, we need to get into this event. We need to find a way to get into this event. And Chris is like, oh yeah, bring Nina.
Damn.
I was just happy and beyond the moon to even be there. And like
What's that one? The Herd Museum.
Oh, the Herd Museum.
Yeah.
That was what was it? It was like showing the culture through sneakers, and it was awesome because they also had breakdancers in the Herd Museum, and it was just fancy even being there. And they had my DJ equipment, and I did tricks while the breakdancers were doing their thing, and it was just awesome.
Wow. Damn,
We
you did some crazy stuff.
We did some mansion parties, man.
Oh my God. Okay,
God
they're
damn.
lucky. My dad it's just usually my dad and my little sister. And they're lucky because they can walk around, do whatever they want, and I got to stay in my spot. So that little mansion party,
Here?
my God,
Was
yes.
here?
Yeah, it was behind South
Yes.
Mountain.
Oh, okay.
It was behind South
They
Mountain.
told me
That's
they
a big
came
house
back.
back there.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my God, dude! Their garage was probably about the size of my house.
I remember
They had a guest house in the back. Well, their house looked like a mall, dude, because they went around like this. So the lady says, "Yeah." I go, "Man, this house is beautiful." She goes, "You and your daughter, you can go in and go check it out." So we go like into this library. And it's they said that it's the only house in Arizona that's got what's that Harry Potter library? I guess it's like a circle.
Oh, okay. With
There's
the
like
ladder.
a moon roof on the
It
top.
had a moonroof on the top.
Yeah.
What?
So we were like, what the hell? And the thing was
That's cool.
3 stories tall. And we're like,
Really cool.
God damn.
No, shout out to her though. The highlight of all of that, she made us quesadillas before we left.
Yeah.
She was like, we were unpacking. She's like, you guys want quesadillas? Yeah. And she made it in front of us.
What was that lady's name?
Martha. Martha. Yeah.
Martha Lou or something.
Martha Lou. I was trying to say Lou.
And how did you come across that gig?
She found me.
She just found you.
What was the event like?
It was her daughter's, I think her daughter's birthday or graduation.
Okay.
So it was like a lot of younger people there. Oh my God, it was so cool. They even had like this Hawaiian theme. They had Hawaiian dancers.
Oh,
and it was
flamethrowers.
crazy. Yeah, flamethrowers.
Really?
Yeah, that shit was badass.
Wow.
So everything, we're just like, we sat there like, we always make this joke, but we're like, we made it, carnal.
Oh, for
We always make that
real.
joke, we made it.
How long were you DJing that one for? Like how long
Shoot,
did those last for? Is that like a 5-hour type thing?
Oh
Or?
yeah,
Like
like
4 or
back-
5 hours.
Yeah.
They hung out
like
though.
it's a
Chill.
backyard party, but it didn't feel like it was like a front yard party at that point. But
Yeah, dude, that
Yeah.
was badass.
So you said you do quintes as well?
yeah,
And
I do
weddings?
quinces and weddings.
Okay.
anniversaries. We get a lot of 50th, a lot of 50th birthdays, a lot of 60th birthdays, a lot of retirement parties,
Okay.
a lot of weddings.
How hard is it to like scale the pricing? Because I know you were talking to me before. You were saying when she was charging $200 for a night, someone was telling you like, "Hey, you can't be doing that."
So when we started, it was like $100, $200.
No, when we
Right,
started,
right.
a lady came up and was like, "How much does Nina charge? $20 for like 5 hours?"
Nah,
I was
it
like,
wasn't that
$20? No, you don't remember that?
I don't think it was all
No, when
that
I was like,
cheap.
when I first started,
yeah.
you remember a lady came up, she was
You're
like,
like, "I'll do it
how
for
much
free."
does Nina charge? And it was a lady from across the block, and I'm like, $20. I'm like, I don't know, because like
Because how old were you at that time?
a 10, 11.
Right. So 20
I
bucks.
thought
you're
that was
like,
some
hell yeah.
allowance money right there. I'm like, let's go.
$20 and a hot bag of Cheetos.
For real.
Some Cheetos. Yeah, so prices they just started going up and up and up. But it's like I told her, I go, if your prices go up, make sure that you give them that. If they're charging $200 an hour, make sure you give them a $200 an hour performance. Mm-hmm. You know, these I mean, hey, everybody's got that hardworking money, man, and they expect you to perform. We had another DJ that told us one time, and this always kind of sunk into my head to where I sunk it into her head, is like, they're paying you to set the soundtrack of their night. So it could be a wedding or a quinceañera, and they can have the best birria there, the best food, the best dancers there, the best lowrider cars or limos that come and bring it up. But the thing they're going to remember is the DJ.
You know what's crazy,
The music,
too?
the DJ.
The music.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy too? Like, it is an important thing, of course, the music. I had this wedding I done, and it was just a beautiful couple. Like, everything about them, it was so funny. I even played Ain't No Fun for that couple. It was funny. They loved it. They were like pointing and
That's
everything.
crazy.
I don't know. It was just like in the moment, I'm like,
Was this at the wedding?
yeah.
Oh,
Remember I
my
played
God.
G'd Up too?
I told her, I go, don't play that song.
No, but they
You don't
liked it.
play, you don't
Even
have-
the couple complimented me. They were like,
Yeah. But
No,
the
but-
funny part is I told her, okay, if you're going to play that type of music at a wedding, at least play the clean version.
oh yeah, I played they were singing the dirty
They
version.
sing, they sing the cuss words to it. So it's like, all right, you guys go ahead.
Yeah.
But even though it was a fun event and I set the soundtrack for that night, that was like, I remember every song from that night. Like, all my gigs, I remember the songs. Like, my dad will tell me, oh, this one, the playlist would start playing in my head. But this is the sad thing, that I forgot when the event was and when this happened. But I think like a year later after that wedding, the lady contacted me and she said that her husband died a year later. And I was
it
like,
wasn't even a year. It was like 6 months.
oh, 6 months. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, honestly, like, my clients are also a big thing to me because I made memories with them. I made
Yeah.
memories on their big day. Like, weddings are big. Like,
Right.
I don't take it as, oh, it's just a wedding event. No, weddings are big things. It's a really important thing. So I take it as important. And it just broke me. I was just, I didn't know how to respond. And the first thing she asked was, can you send me a playlist of that day? Because you see, that was a big thing for them.
Yeah, dang.
The
And
husband
yeah.
was like, man, the one that passed away, he was like this. He's like a big DJ Nina fan. So, you know, he was just like, you guys, whatever you guys need, I got it for you. If you guys need this, and he even told the waiters, hey, if the DJ and the dad need something, you guys make sure you get them big old plates. And then he says, keep it formal until 9 o'clock. And then from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you do whatever you want to do.
Nice.
So from 9 o'clock, when 10 o'clock, that she went off and started doing all of her, you know, her tricks and, you know, the music that she wanted to play, he came up with this big old excitement, dude. He just like, you see, that's why I wanted you to be my DJ. And man, I wish we could have went longer. Well, we're gonna get you for the next one. And man, and then like 6 months later, we get that phone call or that text message that he passed away.
Dang,
And he had
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Wow, that's sad.
I guess it was a brain aneurysm.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, well, we had another one like that too. This lady during the pandemic, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had hit us up and says, "I want to book." She goes, "You DJ'd a party a long time ago, like 2 years ago, for an aunt or a cousin or somebody." And she goes, "So I want to book you for my son's graduation party." She goes, "But it was a year in advance." So we're like, "Okay, yeah, if you want to drop a deposit, go ahead. We'll lock your day in." So she dropped a deposit. We met up and we're talking with her and her husband. And then from time to time, I would check up, and it's like, okay, all right. Well, a month before we were supposed, we were gonna. The daughter got a hold of me and says, "Hey, were you speaking with?" Her name was Irma. She goes, "Were you speaking with Irma?" That's my mom. And I go, "Yeah." I said, "I got you guys locked down." She goes, "Well, she passed away." And I was like, "Oh, no way." She goes, "Yeah." So unfortunately, we're not gonna have the graduation party, but we want to have a life of celebration for her. So, man.
So it's the
They
party
set me up,
completely
like,
changed.
They
into
set me up
something
right
else.
next to her, and it just felt off because I was like, I was just talking to you,
Oh no!
and like everyone was telling me, like I was like, what do I play? Like that was the first celebration of life I played, and I was like, what do I play? And I asked the people, and they were like, her family, and they said, play whatever you want. She hired you for you. Play your music, what she likes, because she heard me before. I forgot where, and so I was like, I'm gonna just play the music like I usually play, old school and oldies. And like the whole family was just happy with the music. I guess it all reminded them of her.
Yeah. Wow. That's a tough position to put somebody in.
It's like when you think about it, it's like, damn, they hired you for something that they like from that you did, and at the end you're like you're DJing for their life of celebration. It's like, man, that was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's.
But at the same time, it was an honor, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It was an honor.
But it goes back to you taking it serious. That's what's so important is all these things that happen. You, no matter what, if you're doing a quince, doing a wedding, you're doing a backyard, whatever, you take it serious. So it matters.
All these parties, these weddings, these car shows, everything is documented on her Instagram.
Oh yeah.
So all of it, like you'll see, okay, the wedding of the guy that passed away. You'll see the life of celebration for the lady that we did. Everything is documented on there, man. It's just there's some parties that didn't make the cut to the Instagram.
I think that was like at a point in time. I think there was a point in time like, okay, I have an iPhone, my dad got an Android. I'd be like, stop taking photos on your Android. Like, okay,
Why?
one thing to clear up.
Why?
If the photos look blurry,
thing.
if the photos look blurry, that's not me, guys. That's not me. That's my dad.
That's that iPhone.
You can't
Yes.
DJ and take pictures.
So that's the
That's
problem.
like a blood encrypting.
As a father-daughter business, like it don't even feel like a business because I'm always like, it's always a fight. I'm like, but my friends, like the few friends I know about what I do, my friends are telling me that you can see that it's an Android. I don't have an Android. Like, I paid enough for this phone. I paid enough for it.
I know.
Hey, you still got the Android?
Oh yeah.
No, look, you gotta show it.
Oh, you got the phone now.
Yeah, the upgrade.
So that's why photos haven't been taken. And even like when we ask like certain clients, they're like, we don't want our backyard to be shown.
Whose idea? Because I was going back. Whose idea was it to put you on Instagram? You were little at the crib with like lights going on.
Yeah, so that's a cool story too.
Yeah.
No,
you guys
tell them real
remember Radio Jules?
Oh no, I don't think so.
I think so.
98.3.
Yeah, I
98.3.
think so, yeah.
Sounds familiar.
She's a DJ. She was a local DJ.
Oh, she went to Miami, right?
She's in Miami now.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So, like when Nina started, she was just like, "Hey, DJ Nina, this, yeah, you're dope," and she would invite us over to 98.3 to go hang out and she had because we never had no social media. I never let my girls have social media.
Yeah.
But she would tell us, she goes, you need to open up a Facebook, an Instagram, all this. And I was like, man, I don't want my kids on that stuff, man.
Yeah.
But as soon as we opened one up, that's when things started kind of moving up.
That's
more.
how you can kind of tell like we weren't used to social media. We didn't have it in our mindset for a long time to where it's like, oh, we need to do live streams. We need to do this. We need to do that. like we were already trying to get off the bat, like, our dad's letting us have social media.
Yeah.
Like we can follow Fools Gone Wild.
That's crazy.
It still trips me out seeing him send me memes.
I seen some of those videos. I'm like, dude, you look so little. Like we literally, you can go through your Instagram and watch you grow up. Literally grow up. It's so crazy. But yeah, you just been killing it. I wanted you guys to talk about that story you guys were telling me in Texas. Your pops was saying that you guys got taken care of out there's a promoter that and you guys had barbecue and all
Torres.
Yeah, big
shout him out.
Sam Torres.
The Torres Empire show. So all right, there we go. Right there.
Right there, yep.
So how we came across him was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise. So he throws these 3 major car shows, Texas, LA, and Vegas. And me being in the car club scene, I was going to the car show regardless, to the LA show. She had got booked by this guy that said, "Hey, will you come over to the LA show and just play in my booth?" And well, shit, I'm going there anyway, so I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, throw your stuff in the back of my car."
My turntables behind his car, like in the trunk.
Everything was inside the back of the lowrider, and we towed it down there. Well, halfway up there, the guy calls us and says, "Hey, man, we're canceling that show. We need you to go to another show. This is where we're gonna be at." And we're like, no, we already have our motel. We already have our tickets to go into this show. Sorry, man, And he's just like, all right, well, forget it. We gave him his money back, and then we get over there and we unload the cart, and we're pulling in, and they check the car. They make you open the doors, open the hood, open the trunk, and they open the trunk, and all this DJ equipment's back there, and they're like, "What's this?" And I go, "Oh man," I gave them the story. I was like, "Yeah, we were supposed to come out here and DJ. The guy didn't want to. He wanted us to go to the other one. I guess he was trying to boycott the Sam Torres show." And he goes, "You know what? Our DJ flaked out on us. We need one."
And it was for the hop. Out of anything, it was the hop.
So he goes, "We need you to." He goes, "Can you go DJ the hop?"
And this was just them because they checked the trunk.
Yeah, they seen all the turntables. They seen the speakers, in the back there, and all. It's a big ass. It's an Impala trunk, so you fit a bunch of stuff back there. And so she got the opportunity, and she started doing the hops. And
no, real quick, the guy the hop was a huge hop pit, and of course LA Convention Center. Oh my God! Tell me why they got this dude from Pit My Ride, his trailer right there that turned into a stage.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
And that's
when
the
you were
first time.
on?
That's the first time I learned about Pit My Ride, and I was like, respect, man, respect. And then, oh my God, everything about that experience was cool, and man, I was just blessed enough to where it's like
that was the first time I got to know what a bidet was.
Wait, where?
In the trailer.
Oh, in the trailer?
Yeah, so it had the trailer.
You tried it out?
It opened up like this, so they had it closed, so it would open up like that, and then it would open up this way. And then he said that the back of the trailer was like a VIP area, and it had a restroom.
I was gonna bring the bidet, but that was a traumatic experience for my dad, so I didn't know if I should say it or not.
So I was like, all right, well, I gotta go. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went. Took a leak, and I'm like, how do you flush this thing? And so I seen something on the floor, and I stepped on it, and the thing went squirted.
Oh, no.
And I had brown dickies. It's like a big old blue mark right here, and I'm like, oh, man. No. What is that? It's a bidet. I was like, oh, man.
You're like, I don't know about this.
So you had to come outside with a bunch of water.
Yeah, I had to stay backstage, man.
Let it dry out. Was that your first big show?
I think I've done big shows before that, but it's like
the Arizona shows.
Yeah, the Arizona shows. I'm always doing the hops.
Convention Center. That's crazy.
I know. And then out of any kind of DJ, they had the hop DJ there, like the usual hop DJ. I already had experience with hops, so they were like, "Can you do hops?" Duh.
Yeah,
I'm like, duh.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
And so now they have their own they have their group. They don't tell us. They don't say, "Hey, will you come and DJ?" Hey, are you available this day? No. They expect you to be there because they don't want to. They like their regular routine. They don't like to go and look for new people. They just want everybody to do what they need to do.
Everything's like a family with them.
It's
all
a family
orientated with them.
So when we go to Texas, we don't have to ask. We already know what the pay is. We already know what the rooms are. We already know everything. Everything's taken care of. And those they're big shows. They're big shows. Like we got. Sam Torres coming up October 6th in Las Vegas. So we'll be out there at the Cashman Center.
Ooh,
we'll be performing out there.
That's tight.
And the hop again, or
Yeah.
Always the hops for them. I'm always down to be their hop DJ. Even their hops are crazy. They had this car that was the Sam Torres's. Was the Kryptonite? Oh my god! Like I try keeping in track because I'm DJing, of course, but I try keeping in track with all the hoppers. The Kryptonite was just awesome watching it because it was just all green and just emerald. It was just beautiful. That was the first car that would hop, that would almost tip back and then go right back down.
So the hop DJ, like you have to play the song that the person wants,
so it
right?
kind of varies for hops. Like there's hops, like there's always it depends on the MC and DJ. I'm always down to work with the MC. Like that's if you're a DJ and you're doing an event where there's an MC, work with them. There's no such thing there's no such thing as we're separate groups. No, you work with them. I've had an MC come up to me and be like, "Thank God you're the DJ. The last DJ was just not letting me talk. It was all about them." When you're a DJ for a hop, show off your tricks when the time is right. Like honestly, you're playing music. Mix your music. Have it low if you have to. If they can't hear you, at least the people in the close to the speakers can. But like, I know that there's some hops where
it's a show, right? That they got to hear the actual MC, and then you're kind of fading in, fading out. Like you got to know when to cue your music and all that good stuff, right?
And it's cool because like the mic guy, the guy that's announcing the hop and all that stuff, he'll interact with her, and they create a bond to where it's like his favorite song. Like he'll tell you, okay, Nina, I want you to play this song, that song. When this guy comes in, I want you to play that song.
Honestly, I've been doing enough hops to where they're like, you already know what is it, so and so wants. You already know what so and so wants. You already have the playlist for. I'm like, I sure do. Yeah. Even like there's certain cars that like I forgot who it was, but they was telling me like, you see this. If I hear the name, I'll remember it. But there's a specific guy, play the Majestics theme song. You got it. Just play it. And I'm like, okay. Oh, Mito. Yeah. I'm like, I'm trying to remember his name. Like, I've been doing it for so long to where there's times where some hoppers want their introduction, so I try telling the MC, meet up with them because of course lowriders and hoppers are all somehow always posted up at the same spot. So go find them, tell them what they want to hear if they're hoppers, or even just tell them when they're registering. And I'll download it, like sometimes I even download it like 5 minutes before I'm supposed to play it. But I play their intro, let them go in, play regular music. And it hypes them up. And there's oh my God, I have a story. There's some that don't want music. Like, I don't know if I should say his name. I don't know if I should say his name. But he was, Chaleo. But like, Chaleo, he don't want music. And I learned my lesson. So I was at the last super show at the stadium. I was on stage and I know Chaleo. Chaleo looks at me and he's like, I like your music. Just cut the music off. When I go, he needs to hear the hops. There's toppers that just want to hear the hops or need to hear the hops, and I was still playing music because I didn't have my glasses on that day, and I was up on stage and I was playing music and something happened. His car, no, this wasn't at this was at the after hop,
the high class
class after hop. He was hopping and I guess I wasn't paying attention or I wasn't looking. And something happened, or it caught on fire in the back, and they all blamed it on me because I was playing music. They were like, "It was your fault." I'm like, "Sorry."
He tried to pull it. I go, "Nah, you just didn't put it together right."
Yeah, what? Wow. But they're like very superstitious, like that. Like they like their setup.
There's some that have their little things, but when you're a usual hop DJ for a specific crowd or specific hoppers, you kind of figure like, Chaleo don't like music. Mito wants Majestics theme song. You get it.
That Texas dude, you said his name was Sam?
Yes.
I remember you were saying that he it's not regular rooms that he books you guys in, and not regular barbecue. Like his
barbecues are the best.
Yeah, man. So his he does barbecue himself. Like he'll make like at the shows.
We got a cooking channel.
Yeah, he's got a cooking channel, but at the shows he'll post up right next to us, and he cooks these steaks that are that thick, dude, and they're about that big.
Dang.
They're tomahawks. There you go.
Wow.
So he'll like no lies, and you guys know how much those tomahawks. They're expensive. He'll have like 20 or 30 of them out like that. And he's got his own little special sauce, seasoning.
Well, the other day I heard you on cooking. You're like, get the what is it? The Taurus.
Yeah,
sauce?
The Taurus sauce.
I was hearing them in the other room. Like, he still has that.
That's good. They had to pull it from the back.
So one year we were over there and he says he goes, do you guys want to go eat? And I go, yeah, we're kind of hungry. He's like, okay. So he sent one of his staff members. He's like, here, go take them over to it's called Terry Black's up in Texas. He's like, take them to Terry Black's. Here's some money. here's a for a food voucher, and so me, Nina, and my youngest daughter Mia went over there, and so I'm like, what do we get? And he's like, Sam, I want you guys to get this right here, $280 platter, dude. But man, there's a tomahawk, there's ribs, there's pork, there's meat, there's like, man, it's big, dude, big old plate, like it's huge. So we weren't eating that much around that time, so we were like ate a little bit, and then we packed everything. We went back to the motel, and so we were sitting there just full, dude. We're like, man, shit. Nina goes, so this suite that they got us booked in. And Nina sits on the sofa, and she's just looking around, doing this big old high voltage ceilings, sofa, living room, beds, kitchen, all this stuff. And Nina's like, I did it, Dad. I did it.
No, say it the right way. We made it, carnal.
Oh, we made it, carnal.
So, is it hard for you to not like get emotional when she's doing stuff like this?
Man.
Nah.
You get emotional?
Because my daughter's only 4, but like anything she does, like I have to hold myself back because I'm like, dang, you're killing it, like.
Nah, he gotta humble me. He gotta humble me.
Okay.
I'm like, "Bud, you better cry." He's
like, sometimes I don't even feel like it's a daughter and father thing. I feel like she's one of my homegirls. Yeah. So we joke around a lot, but sometimes you gotta ease back a little bit. I gotta tell her, hey, Nina, chill, I'm your dad, all right?
Yeah, you forgot.
Don't forget it. But yeah, but we talk a lot. Me and her, we text every day. We talk every day.
We have the same humor now.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty cool. You have your daughter like that with you, but I'm like that with all my daughters. But just with her, it's like we got more things to talk about.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because sometimes I'll get like 2 or 3 bookings in one day.
Because you're her manager, right?
Yes.
Okay, got you. So anybody that needs to book her, you're the first point of contact for them?
Yeah. And that number is
602-908-4702. Oh, it's going to be like the commercials. It's going to pop up.
4702. Here's the number right here up on the top.
Going across the top.
And here's the email down here.
Please fill out the form.
Yeah. So, like at the end of the day, like I'll tell her, hey, Nina, so guess what? I got you this. I got you that. And okay, they dropped the deposits. And, like a little business part will come out. And then at the end of the day, she's like, all right, Dad, come on, let's go get some drinks or let's go get something to eat or something. And it's like a little celebration or whatever. But, we keep it business and we keep it father and daughter also. It's like at the end of the day, I'm her dad. So,
yeah, that's inspiring. I love it, bro, because I'm a girl dad too. So I love seeing that. It's so dope.
It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Like,
you're talking to me like I'm a little boy.
Yeah,
That's my dog. No, I feel like a little girl.
That's my dog.
Here's your new bookings. He's like, here you go. I got them for you today. Let's go get some drinks.
Real quick too, I were talking about events, and you guys say you got some really some good stuff coming up, right?
Oh man,
can you drop in?
Yeah. Yes, man. I'm glad we did this week right here, because if we would have did this last week, we wouldn't have had accurate days and places where we're going to be at. So this Saturday coming up is August 31st. We will be at Pico Rivera Stadium it's called Night of the Blaxican. And they do oldies and funk shows. They sold out in 2 weeks, 3,000 tickets.
Wow.
3,000 tickets. So if you look at on Instagram, you'll see they got a famous video that's going viral of some little girl that's singing Smokey Robinson, and she's got her brother in the background. Well, we come to find out that was like it was like her quinceañera or gift or something. The brother had took her out there. We seen the video, and Nina had wrote on there, "Hey, dope," and you send him a message, "Hey, dope," and then the guy wrote back and says, "Would you like to be a part of our thing?" So we're like, damn. So we were playing tag back and forth, trying to get a hold of this guy. So we finally got a hold of him during the week, and he's just like, yeah, man, we're up and going, man. We'll see you guys next Friday or next Saturday. So we're like, all right, cool. Shit. Yeah. So, Nina, we got the Night of the Blaxican. So that's a real good one. And then we have a bunch of private events coming up in September. We have a 15th quinceañera. We have.
It's crazy though, because it's like next week. Oh, Well, yeah, next week is the one that's for Night of the Blaxican. And, like, the next day at 7 o'clock, I have a quinceañera. And there's going to be a lot of those in September, where I'm going to have to travel somewhere, be right back for another one. And it's a separate
it's here.
event.
The quince is here?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're doing some really quick traveling.
Saturday morning, we take off 5 hours down that way. We're going to drive. And then around 9 or 10 o'clock, she performs. And then we're going to stay there till about 12, 1 o'clock. And then we got a room for the night. And then early in the morning, we got to head back into Phoenix. We're going to have our truck and trailer ready. So when we get back in, she's in the rest all the way up here. We'll set up and go to the next one. And she'll be there from, 7 to 12?
I think so.
Yeah,
7
7
to 12.
You guys be hustling, because shout out to the person that even got us set this up was Chris Villa, DJ Chris Villa.
Oh, yeah.
So super shout out to
Yeah.
Chris.
Thank you, Chris
But
Villa.
he was the same way when we were trying to get him on the podcast. He's like, I'm in Cali this day, I'm in Vegas and I'm like, bro, we can never catch you, bro.
Yeah.
You DJs be.
It's awesome what he does. Like, I was telling my dad, like, because we were talking about, like, favorite DJs and stuff, and we were sitting down in front of the TV and just watching DJs, and I was putting him on. I was like, no, listen to, I can't remember his name. What was that last one I showed you? Oh, DJ Craze. I was like, look at DJ Craze, because he was showing me DJ Scratch Bastard, and Scratch Bastard's good.
Yeah,
but I was like, search up DJ Craze. I looked at all his videos back then. I was always like, I always looked up to him, and then I went on this whole thing about, like, I had my DJs, like, they've always changed of who I looked up to, but the ones that stuck for a long time was, of course, DJ Cazelle. I would somehow, like, before certain events, he would go live, and, like, somehow I had the superpowers of being, like, the awesome DJ. Because, like, I was like, he just made everything look easy, and I figured out, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to try that. And I'd, like, my events always came out cool when I would see his stuff. And, like, of course, it was DJ Craze and then Chris Villa. I've been looking up to him for a long time. It's even weird even talking to him, because it's like, like, I'm talking to someone I looked up to it's like talking to your favorite artist. Yeah, not even artist, like someone I studied. And it's like, it's crazy just like him saying that I have a good style, him saying that what I do is good, because it's like, it's a good approval. It's something that's like, I actually did it.
Yeah, like whatever. You guys could talk comments, whatever. Chris told me
exactly
that I'm doing something good, so I'm going to keep going.
The cool thing about Chris too is he's humble.
Very.
You know what I mean? Like, you could talk to him, and he's going to just talk to you. He's not... Yeah, like he's not like someone that when you talk to, he's like, I'm not going to waste my time, you know, like with people or whatever it is. Like, he's a cool dude.
He does a lot of stuff for the DJ community, especially with the Theos and Theas. Like, the ones that are partying don't really realize that he's bringing out DJs. He's bringing out, he could do DJs, he could do 8 hours himself. He can do,
for sure.
He's an awesome DJ. He can do however long and still like rock the whole night till everyone's dancing,
and
no matter what.
And make more money because it's him instead of paying DJs.
Exactly, but he's bringing out these DJs that like
he's sharing. He's sharing the platform with everybody.
Yeah,
and then it gives them a better. I mean, because every time that she's done Theos and Theas, we've always got like 3 or 4 bookings right afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like,
so there's people there looking.
Yes, they're scouting for DJs.
Yeah, because they have their events, like you're saying, right? Like weddings,
like
quinces, and all that stuff. Yeah.
The whole theme being backyard party. It's like, man, like a Chicano's gonna find the best kind of like, what is it, quince backyard vibe there, because you see it for yourself. I remember even like before Chris, I was always thinking like, man, I'm getting older, and like, oh my God, I was always thinking to myself, I'm getting older. There's not gonna be a club for me. I'm not down for these new clubs. I want a club for me. And
his stories that when he tells me the stuff that how he started, how he's going, what he went through, all that stuff. Me and Chris have talked for hours. And I think about him like, dude, like you and Nina are like, you guys are similar, dude. Oh. Like everything that you say is like the same stuff that she's went through, it's the same stuff that she's going through right now. Yeah. Like he was telling me, he's like, dude, they didn't want to give me no love until after I was 21 to get on the radio.
Wow.
And I'm like,
he's telling us that.
And I was like, that's the same thing with Nina. It's like every time we try to get onto the radio, they're like, no, you got to start from here. No, you got to do from there. They
were trying to make me do an internship at 1 in the morning. I'm like, I got
internship,
school.
Dude, she was already opening up for Little Rob at 12 years old.
Yeah, yeah. And then so you have the event here that you're coming back for a quince, and then anything else in September that you wanted to talk about at all? Or
I wrote it down.
October?
You got it.
So September 31st. No, is it the 26th?
Yeah, I'll pull out the note.
Yeah,
I don't want
pull
him
it
getting
out.
the dates
That's
messed up.
gonna be a dope one.
Yeah.
August 31st is, of course, the Pico Rivera Stadium in California. September 27th is the Funk and Blues. That's in Bella, Wisconsin. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. Wisconsin.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
The Mexicans getting it out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fire.
And
Wow.
October 5th, of course, is Sam Torres Vegas show. There is more, but we always try keeping it updated with flyers for my stories because, like, I was on TikTok and I don't really go on there that much. I think that's the only account where I actually just own just myself. My dad has all my accounts, but that was the only one where I'm like, I'll just get it myself. No, real quick. And a girl, commented, she was like, come out to Vegas, babe. I'm like, girl, go to my Instagram. Go to my Instagram. Vegas weekend's coming up.
Yeah, I'm out there. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah.
So
That's
we
crazy.
have 3 more large events that are coming up, but we're just waiting for them to get verified.
So
So
stay
there's
tuned.
more to come then. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Okay,
more to
gotcha.
come, and
Stay
they're
tuned.
big ones. They're real big ones also, just like the ones that we're having right now
Is that going to be within this year or like early next year?
this year.
This
Okay.
year, you got stuff coming.
Our biggest goal that we set in July till next July, and I hope we get this, man. This is what we're praying for, is we're trying to get out to Japan, man. That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
do.
That's my dream trip too.
That's
If
what
you guys
we're
get out there, I'm about to be in the luggage.
The luggage.
That's crazy.
And I told Nina, I was like, man, you know what? As your dad and as your manager, I'm gonna push my hardest. I'm gonna try every little connection that I get. So if there's anybody out there that can get me to Japan, let me know, man.
The Chicano lowrider culture is
It's big out there.
crazy.
It's crazy.
They're more
Everything.
Mexican than us.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so crazy.
They're more
I've
Mexican.
seen it. I've seen it because
some
they
pictures,
do
yeah.
it. That's kind of like they're ahead on the vintage stuff. They're
Yeah.
ahead like 10 years, 15 years ahead. So I see them with the like some of the older homie tees that I like.
Yeah.
They have the good ones out there. I'm like,
Definitely.
damn, how do you guys have it?
Yeah,
and we don't.
They got the Cortezes out there that we don't even have.
You know
out
what's
here.
funny? Like even like when FB
Man.
County like they reposted 2 so far of my videos onto their account. Like everyone from Japan started following me after they posted
you
it.
have
Like,
a big
there
Japan
was,
following then.
Like, huh?
You have a big Japan following?
I think so.
You're
Like
from
I
there?
just
It's growing,
honestly
right?
like
Yeah.
honestly my following's from everywhere, but I just remember when they reposted me, like me and my dad, we make this little game who can like all the comments first, and like it's like little bubbles. It's like popping them.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a little puppies. That they,
Like I would catch him, so he's like, I popped them.
That's
But like
dope.
I remember me and him noticed, we're like, why are all our new followers from Japan? Like all of
Yeah.
them have like Japanese words in their bio or like just something where, but they're all wearing FB County. They all follow FB County, so we know it's from FB County.
Mm-hmm.
And it's honestly, I respect it that they throw our culture
Yeah.
out there. Like I respect it that you can represent it right. That's the best kind of way that you can represent our culture. There's some ways where it's just like, don't do that, man. And then out
Yeah.
there they do it right.
Yeah.
They can show out the
You
beauty
guys have
of
a
it.
good goal. That's a dope goal. I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be like money or
Oh,
this
no.
show or that show. It's like let's get out there.
Yeah,
That's
we-
dope.
Japan.
We're all
would be
about
dope.
experiences and memories.
Speaking of like people reposting you, I want to talk a little bit about the Desi Hollow situation.
Oh
'cause
my god, I
that
love
was
Desi Hollow
sick.
so much. I love Desi Hollow so much. Like, okay, back to that first conversation in the beginning. When you guys asked for the favorite album, that's what I was trying to remember. Desi Hollow, all his songs, every single one of them, every single album, I love them. I listen to them on repeat. Oh my god, I remember I was at a car club picnic. I was DJing, and one of the members came up and was like, "Oh, I love your G-Funk, but you don't know about G-Funk." I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, play Desi Hollow. I remember he told me play Desi Hollow. I downloaded the first one, was the one that was blowing up at the time.
hello.
No, it was another one. It had a Cali, what is it? Cali lifestyle movement, the
one
B
from
song.
the DPG one.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I remember they asked me for that song, and I played it, and I'm like, dude, this guy is dope. I played him on everywhere. I played him everywhere I went. Tell me why when I first DJ'd for him, I was scratching on his stuff, and it was just like he's just the whole vibe. He's humble. He's awesome. He was telling me that I did real good, and then the next time I had or the latest time that I DJ'd with him, he went up and requested for me. He was like, are you DJing my set? He was showing me his USB. I'm like, I'm not DJing your set. They got another DJ. He's like, I want you for my set. So I got his USB. I'm like, I don't care what they say. I'm doing it. And they were cool with it. They honestly picked up my table, put it for his set. I did Decoy before that. Even Decoy, we had a set planned. Oh, he's an awesome dancer. Awesome.
Yeah, we do want to get him on. We were talking.
Yeah,
we could get him
Decoy's
on that.
Yeah,
visit.
Decoy is badass. But honestly, I started with Decoy. We had a set planned. It was dope. And then, oh no, that was a freestyle one. Decoy showed up, and I'm like, I'll do it for you. So they threw my table, and then Desi Hollow, it was just perfect timing. Desi Hollow could perform with me. I was scratching on his stuff, and it was awesome. Like,
was it just through Instagram then? Like he just saw you when you did that mix with it, or?
Yeah, also, yeah. When I first did the mix for him for his newest album. No, I think I met him beforehand, huh?
Okay.
I met him before
so.
that.
How did you originally? Because you first heard about him through whoever told you, but like, how did you ever talk to him or like interact?
Meet him, yeah.
I don't even remember.
No, me neither. I don't think we actually
just
interacted.
happened.
I think
like,
I know
text
it had to have
messages
been a
more
concert.
talking.
I know it had to have been a concert where she DJ'd for him, and it was like, you're DJing for Desi Hollow, and it's like, oh shit, okay.
You're like, I've been bumping
that was the one of the super shows in the stadium. This lady gave me a list. I'm always doing the hops. Like I love hop like I love just the hops in general. But this lady gave me a list, and she said, you're doing the what is it? The main show. You're DJing for. I remember seeing the list, and I was by myself because my dad was handling my booth, and it said J-Rocks, MC Magic, or no, I didn't get to do MC Magic, but like I was around that time. I did J-Rocks, Desi Hollow. Who was the other ones? I just remember seeing the list, and I was like,
names.
no way. And she's like, you can do this, right? Oh, yeah, definitely. Come here. I'm like, no, give it to me.
You're just like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And speaking of MC Magic, you have that relationship too,
oh,
right?
yeah, he's like a Theo to me. Like,
yeah.
I always say he's like a Theo, and people are like, he's your Theo. No, he's just like a Theo to me.
Yeah.
My dad, he's been doing so much with his cars. Like, he was on Tory Lane's video, the One Love. His gold car was on it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I went. Like,
I didn't even know Tory Lanez.
I'm still mad about it. I remember that day that I was like, "Pa, where are you going?" He was always doing like photo shoots with his cars. I'm like, "Pa, where are you going?" Nanya, just go with me if you want to. No, tell me where you're going. Well, if you want to go, I'm not gonna tell you. He took my older sister. Turns out it was Tory Lanez, and I was still mad. I asked my mom, "Where'd he go?" And
if
she
you guys
was
look
like,
on that video, and he's driving around in that blue convertible, or I mean the brown rag top. That's mine.
What video?
It's called Love.
Tory Lane's
by
Love.
Tory Lanez,
Yeah,
So
check that out.
That's my car that he's driving around. That was at South Mountain here in Arizona.
Oh, really? He shot it out here too?
Yeah,
wow.
he shot it out here.
That's dope.
But he's like, yeah, I'm Tory Lanez. I was like, I don't
You're like,
know.
cool.
And then he just like, he hired me for like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, and then I go, all right. So I told him my price, how much for the car, to use the car. I think it was like $600 or $800, dude. I told him, I go, $600 or $800, because they had told me aim high because he,
Tory rappers.
Yeah.
They said he was a famous rapper. Yeah. So he's like, okay, yeah. So he pulled out the money, and I'm like, Tory Lanez. Oh, dog, come on, man. Let's take a picture. Man, where you been at, dog?
I just remember my mom showing on me. Like, we sat there when they were gone. We were listening to all his music, and I just sat there, like, blinking out, like, could have took me.
But you know what's crazy is that, so he like was texting me like when that music video was about to come out.
Who, Tory?
Tory Lanez, yeah.
What?
So and that's some crazy shit. So he had texted me. He just like, he goes, hey bro, we're about to drop it on YouTube. And I was like, all right, cool. And I remember we were at this like a little Chinese restaurant, and I remember like he had just barely texted me like 10-15 minutes. And so when I opened it up, dude, it was already like at 100,000 views.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. And then now it's like at 7 million, 8 million views.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool because like even my daughters, when they were in high school at the time, and they were, on the bus, and somebody would be playing that song, and they would be like, that's my dad's car. They're like, yeah, right. No, for real, that's my dad's car. They're like, here, look, this is the picture of his car. Oh shit! Did
you have your car plaque on the back and everything like that?
You'll see it. So it says Majestics in the back. I had a mural in the back, but he didn't get to drive too far. Like I really didn't. At that time, you're driving a $70,000-$80,000 vehicle.
Right. I was going to ask you, like, how do you feel comfortable, or how did you feel about that?
So I had
$800 still ain't enough, bro. That's not enough.
So big shout out to my car club. I had some of my car club on one end, and over here on this end, and this is where Tory Lanez had to go. And so he was only in that centerpiece, and that was it.
Gotcha.
That he was only in that centerpiece. That was all he can drive.
It doesn't it has hydraulics, right?
Yeah, it has hydraulics.
How do you feel about them touching that?
He couldn't play with the hydraulics.
Yeah.
He had to drive.
That car is cool though. Real quick, that car, like, the seats in the front, they move.
Oh yeah, I got
he
swivel
does
seats.
that himself.
Yeah.
Got the swivel seats. It's got TVs.
You
and
still
my
have
sister-
that car?
Yeah, I still got it. I repainted it, redid a bunch of stuff to
Me and my
it.
sisters would fight for those seats.
I did a lot of different stuff to it, but even like on MC Magic's video, I think it's called "Girl, I Love You." I think that's what it is. "Girl, I Love You." Me and Nina are on that video. She's only like 3 years old.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a little part on there where we're talking to the cops. I'm a little chunky dude. And Nina's standing right next to me, and the cops are talking to us. And then
The funny story that my mom told me about that time, she was like, "Yeah, we were waiting for him in the car, and like we knew it was a music video, but I guess I was so worried about my dad talking to a cop, I jumped out from the front and I just kind of like just ran to him. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving my dad alone.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a music video. I was just like, no, what is he doing?
Yeah, this is not cool.
Yeah.
Was it a real cop?
no, it wasn't. I think he was
for
a
the
park
video.
ranger.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she didn't even know. She thought it was a real
Yeah.
I think it was
cop.
a park
It was
ranger.
a mall cop.
Yeah,
mall cop.
There was a part. It was like where they used to have the Theos and Theas. What is the Egyptian?
Yeah, the Egyptian.
Okay, that's where it was filmed at right there.
Oh, okay.
That's where it was filmed at.
When it
So-
was a hotel.
Yeah,
like,
when it was a hotel.
back
Yeah,
then.
so well, the hotel was right here, and then there was a little side street right there, and then that's where they filmed the rest of it, like the cop scene and all that stuff, and the driving up and down the road because there was no traffic right there.
Gotcha.
So it was all right there, and it's crazy because like when we go to the Theos and Theas over at the live at the Egyptian, there was a room where they were filming, and then there was a VIP room where they had pizza and food and all, or drinks and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, I remember we were in that room right there, and they were filming in that room.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Shout out to MC Magic.
Dope
man.
Oh, yeah.
memory.
Even
I love
him,
that
like,
dude, man.
like he also helped us put in that mindset, like go further, do more. Like I remember, I forgot when this was, but my dad asked him, like, I forgot what did you ask him when he told us about the turntables
Oh, he told us to go hit up DJ Nicasio.
from 98.3.
Yeah, I think he's with what is it? Tino Cochino Radio, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's DJ
yeah.
Pro, yeah.
But,
So
like-
he had sent us over there, and he says, if you want her to to be better, you got to make sure you have the best equipment. You got to make sure you have the best equipment. You got to make sure you have the clear stereo system. Make sure you have the best turntables. Make sure you have the best mixer. And he goes, I'm gonna send somebody your way. So he sent Nicasio, and he was telling, we were at Guitar Center, and he's just like, yeah, get these, get those, and he helped us out with the the tables and the mixer and all that stuff and the wires, and then later on we started picking up speakers and all that stuff. And
Honestly, all of it was paid off though.
Yeah.
Like I also talked about this on that news article I was on.
Yeah.
For the Phoenix News Time, I wrote it down that or I said that my dad wanted me to work for my stuff. He didn't want it to be all, here you go.
Yeah.
Like he got everything and I paid it off with all my hard work. Like I remember for so long I got like these cool checks and I was like, yeah, let's go. My dad's like, Guitar Center paid.
Yeah.
Guitar Center just came in.
So you started with the little sister mixer, and then you bought the mixer, the turntables from the homie.
NF7s. Yeah.
From what was his name again?
DJ Brandon.
Brandon. Yep. And then now you have a setup that you bought from Guitar Center that Nicasio
yeah.
kind of like helped you pick these pieces in.
Yeah, definitely. I remember even calling him one time because one of the wires wasn't hooking up right. And I was just like, I don't know how to do this. You know what? Honestly, my older sister, like, she needs the biggest props because she was the one that figured out the chords and
connection,
everything. I remember when she left, I'm like, Stephanie, I don't know how to do this, but I called Nicasio, and he's like, he would help me figure out where these chords went to. I'm like, this vinyl isn't moving. The power isn't on. The power isn't on.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, you guys have crazy memories in this
Oh, yeah.
already, and you're just getting started too.
A
It's
lot of
great.
stories, man. A lot of stories from these house parties.
Man.
And I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm pretty sure every DJ that goes out there and DJs at night, when we come home, we don't listen to no music. So
We talk.
we just talk on the way home. It's like, hey, how was the food? No, it was good. Did you see so and so on the dance floor? Yeah. What'd you think of the? We go through.
I think
Catch
my
up.
favorite
Yeah.
one time was, remember, did you see that lady doing push-ups on the dance floor?
Yo, what?
Yeah. Did you see that lady doing?
Wait,
We
there's
start
gotta
talking
be
about like
so
little
many
things.
stories like that. Where like,
Honestly,
did you
when
see
I
this?
bring my little sister, like she tells us more about what happens because she sees a lot.
Cut,
I love the conversations when we get back home.
That did happen. There was a lady doing push-ups on the dance floor.
Props to you for getting someone to do push-ups on your set.
That is
workout needs to come in.
That's a flex. That's a flex right there.
She's like, I don't know how to dance. What do I do? I don't know. It's like a workout. Okay.
Push-ups.
This
has been so dope, man. I really, really thank you guys so much for sitting down with us because you guys are busy. You guys have stuff going, but the fact that you guys wanted to sit down, I appreciate it so much. And this is the Beyond the Brand podcast. Our favorite question to ask to end it off is, why do you do what you do? You've gone through everything, the little sister mixer to where you're at now. What keeps you going, and why do you do it? Why do you think you do it?
Honestly, like when I first started, my whole mindset was just the music. Everything was all about the music, like how big, like how much you can learn. But like, now it's like it makes me feel more connected with my culture, with being around the people that I love. I continue this because I want to first set off an example of just how far people can go, how far with hard work, or just everything. Like I also want to motivate just girls to just keep, because it's not even it's a male dominated industry, and I want girls to know that if you're scared because there's a bunch of dude DJs, show them off. And if you want to wear what you want to wear it. Doesn't matter. You don't got to wear a baggy t-shirt because all the guys say, that's what a DJ wears. No, wear what you want to wear. That's why I wear FB County. That's why I like the style, because it's like, first off, it shows like a trademark right there where it's like, I'm wearing what I want to wear and I'm wearing my culture. I don't care if I'm going to get profiled. I don't care what people say about what I wear. It's just like, I don't know. It's all about the culture and just the family. I love how I want to continue this, and I want to make sure it always stays a family thing, because it kept me closer to my family. I hear stories about people like, I don't even know my dad like that. I don't even know my sisters like that. Well, I do, because I went through so much with them, and I continue to tell them. I'm like, I always tell my little sister, my older sister, even my mom, I tell all of them, I'm like, if I have an event, I'm going like anywhere, you guys are coming with me. If I move out, you guys are coming with me.
That's dope, man. Yeah, that I can tell everything you guys have been saying. You guys are super family orientated.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's Majestics, the car club, whether it's Sam Torres hooking y'all up, it's always family.
It all starts with the parents too, man. You gotta show great examples to them. You got to show great examples to them. Me, it's been 16 years. I don't drink. It's been like 16 years. And everybody always asks me, so what happened? How come you stopped? There is no main reason. Yeah. There is no main reason. I just stopped. No wine coolers, no drinking beer, no tequila, all that stuff. No, I just stopped. If I got 3 daughters, I got to show them an example. Somebody's got to be an example. So, I let them know, hey, you guys don't need to do that type of stuff to have fun. And, it's not for everybody, you know what I mean? Because some people be like, well, I got to have a beer to relax me. That's your cup of tea, man. That's cool. But I tell my daughter, it's just, you need to be focused. You need to be focused when you do this stuff. You got to make sure that, there's a little joke that we say, when the DJ is not transitioning his music right, it sounds like 2 chanclas in the dryer.
That's so funny.
So it's like I tell her, hey, don't be like 2 chanclas in the dryer.
I even got my little sister telling me that it sounded like 2 chanclas in the dryer. I'm like, Mia, stop saying that.
That's what's life.
I'm going to start throwing that out there.
That needs to be a shirt. DJ need a shirt. That's fire.
Little chanclas in the dryer right
2 chanclas in the dryer. Dude, what is it? Get your transitions right.
In life.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So, I try to show them good examples, and, I don't really hang out that much on the weekends, and unless it's with them, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, but that's about it, man.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. You are
thank you.
Such a great example, bro. Like, I really, really want to commend you. Like I said, my daughter's only 4, so being able to sit down with fathers like you, it gives me a lot of like hope and inspiration that maybe one day when my daughter's turning 20, we could be cool like you guys, like it's so dope.
Like it's awesome also with my dad. Like he's never given up on me. I know like if I had someone else teaching me, a teacher, just anyone else, they would have given up on me quick. Cause like
I've quit like 30 times already.
No, you're not.
Like, I'm about to quit right now.
No, you said you were.
You know what? I'm done. You can have all this by yourself.
But all of a sudden, when I'm making eggs and chorizo in the morning, we're cool again. All of a sudden. No, but, like, he's pushed me so much. We've had our moments when I was, like, he's, like, honestly, the DJing started when I was an angsty little teenager. Enough was said with that. So, I kind of feel sorry for him too with all that stuff. But, past that.
Yeah, for sure.
Past that.
Yeah.
Like, we've grown so much, and like I'm just happy that my dad, he never given up on me. We've had our difficult moments, we've had our good moments, but he's never given up on me. And it's just like, my dad is an example as himself. Yeah, he's just an example of himself. Yeah,
for
what's
sure.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you guys again.
And before we end, I just want to give a shout out again to Barrio Clothing
Yes,
for
Barrio Clothing.
for having us
hosting
here. Yeah, for hosting us here and just being
Make sure you guys go and check them out on Instagram and Facebook. It's Barrio Clothing.
Yeah, we'll put it up. I'll put it up there.
Yeah.
So they have a second location that's about to come out soon. It's on 7th Street and McDowell.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So there's a Taco Bell. It's right next to the Taco Bell. So it's a 2-story one. That's going to be
They're posting
a
out their
huge
progress all the time too, and it's like we checked it out yesterday. It was crazy. Like the moment we stepped in, it was just like, no way. This is actually like
He keeps
it's
saying
That's a
he's
good
like-
location.
Yeah.
That's a good location.
And we might have to run it back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There.
So we were just there yesterday to go check out his location. Man, it's nice. So we're a big supporter because they're also a big supporter of us. We're a big supporter of them.
Oh my god!
Also.
Real quick, the owner, his wife, she has this joke with me that she's like, I want you to like DJ on the roof. Like I want you to DJ like I forgot who, but there was a band that did it, and she always like she wanted it for this store. So they told me when we were looking for stores, we were trying to find a spot for you to DJ on the top because Jay wanted that. And I'm like, so you guys were like basing it off of like the DJ at this point?
She has that
Jay
vision.
got it.
She's
Yeah.
like, I have a vision.
When I seen it, it was like a cool balcony. She's like going up there.
Oh, wow. That's
really cool.
dope. But yeah, thank you so much. Beyond the Brand Podcast with your boys.
Frankie P.
Angelo B. We out. Peace.
Peace.